guys, and welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we are going to be diving in to some more Astral Sorcery. So, I hope you guys are buckled in and ready to go. So getting things started, I am upgrading. Yeah, we are going to take this tool station right here, and we're going to turn it into a better one. Now, this is what we use to just get started, but getting further into Tinker's Construct is going to require us to do some upgrading. So I went ahead and made some iron blocks, and we're going to need these in order to upgrade. So let's go ahead and pull out of this, grab some seared brick, and we need 3 of these in order to make ourselves an upgraded table. Look at this. Bam. We have an actual tool forge now, which means we can take things like this, for example, a broad axe head, and make an axe that will fail an entire tree. We can literally chop the bottom and the entire tree will fall. That is really going to be helpful because this island over here, I actually want to tear down. I want to tear down all the trees on this island, and I want to use it for my Astral Sorcery stuff. Now, this island, and there's an island over here that's off in the distance. I can't utilize them. Even this one right here. You can see they have Shoggoth spawners on them. So that would cause a little bit of a problem. Until we can get rid of the Shoggoths in those areas, we would have to get in there and be able to mine up the biomass stuff that's in the bottom. Once we do that, we'll have these islands to play around with. And of course, we probably will use them. This island also is usable. I just don't know what to use it for yet. But I want to take advantage of these islands that are nearby and use them for some of our stuff. It's just, it's really good to also spread out your mods and stuff. So that's going to be super helpful. I think this island's good. This island is definitely good. Other than that, I think we should just go ahead, get our tools made up. I'm working on casting them all right now. And we're going to make ourselves just a standard iron one. That's going to work just fine, I think. This tool is going to be so nice at this point. All I got to do is put it together. I decided to go with a copper tough tool rod and a bronze tough binding, which is going to give us the well-established magnetic and dense. So hopefully this thing is pretty decent for getting the job done. All we got to do now is chop some trees down. So here we go. All I got to do is break this. Oh, it's so nice. And because we have the copper, I do believe, which gives us well-established, we also get experience for this at the same time, which is really good. Also, this is a pretty decent weapon at the same time. Like this, yeah, 8 attack damage. It's not bad. And it kind of comes back at a reasonable pace. Okay, so I need to get most of this cleared out. But not only that, the wood is going to be super useful, even though we're losing quite a bit of it. But yeah, the wood is definitely going to be very, very useful for our future endeavors, as wood was just something that was super tedious to get before. But now, oh, it's way nicer. Look at all this spruce. So this is actually what I was trying to show you guys the other day. I was out here just kind of lighting this up. And yeah, you can actually find the statues inside here. Look, they're actually lined up in here. Oh boy, we're going to get totally wrecked. Oh boy. All right, anyways, yeah. So I just wanted to show that because I thought that was kind of neat. And yeah, you can actually find them in there. So if you're fast enough, you can get down in there, you can grab those statues, and you don't have to do the whole crafting thing that I had to do before. So one of the mobs that we're going to be needing to get into some more Astral Sorcery is going to be an Enderman. And I do see that there is an Enderman down here. Oh boy. This guy right here. Now, unlike any other Skyblock, hopefully he can't teleport anywhere. That would be a problem. And hopefully, oh, yeah, because that just happened. It's a little harder to kill this guy. There we go. And there we go. So the Enderman died, but it doesn't guarantee that it dropped anything. That is the other problem. Yeah, we didn't get anything from that, unfortunately. But what we're looking for is some sort of ender dust sort of stuff. And boy, we have bats, because I guess we're low enough for bats to be here. That's interesting. So I'm going to need a pan cast, and yeah, let me go ahead and throw this here. I also ended up getting 5 ender dust from some lovely endermen. They were super generous. Super generous. Anyways, I need to make a pan cast because that's how we are going to actually get ender pearls. So I need to take a little bit of gold, just 2. As you can see, I am out of iron. I'm gonna have to go mining for some more of that eventually. And also, while I farmed, yeah, bunch more shadow gems. Oh, they're so easy in that mob farm to get, but also really annoying at the same time because, yeah, some of them can still inflict their debuffs on you, which are pretty nasty, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and take our ender dust. I don't think it's used for too much. I guess we need to save some for some stardust, right? Yeah, we definitely need to do that. But we need to melt this stuff up. So let's go ahead and get like 2 of them melted down. We're gonna go and cast that. And then we can start casting out our ender dust, or our ender pearls, for that matter. So there we go. Ender pearl is being casted out. I know. It's, man, that is interesting, isn't it? I really like that, though. So to use the ender pearl, well, I'm just going to craft myself a resonating wand from Astral Sorcery. This wand is fantastic. It's going to help us progress through Astral Sorcery. And just look at this. It's nighttime, which means that this wand should work. Now, this being a skyblock, that's going to be another interesting thing. As finding these, I'm kind of curious as to how they're actually spread out and how this works. Now, you can keep this in your offhand. So hopefully we can use our Volarkite. I'm going to go ahead and combine these because they're so low. And let's see if we can find anything resonating. I don't see any specifically on our island. So that's something that I can keep in mind. I don't see anything here. I wish there was one on our island. That would make things a lot easier, wouldn't it? But we need to find some rock crystals. So, well, let's just go ahead and fly around and see if we see any like particles that are floating up in the air. So we're actually on the lookout for a very specific biome that we need to use our wand in, but apparently the wand doesn't always work as intended. So we do need to be looking for the samples, and it does kind of tell us right here that we do need to be looking for samples, even though this is something that we do need to make. This might be helpful later on, and it's also the one that we use to activate all of our crafts and stuff like that. So it is definitely something we need. But let's go ahead and head off. We're actually looking for a cold biome, even though, you know, rock crystals and that'll be converted into starlight is a super hot liquid. It's incredibly hot. We're looking for a cold biome, the taiga. We might even be able to find them inside like these biomes as well. I might actually land over here because this is actually a little closer than a taiga biome, because we might have some rock crystal down here. Those might be some samples I think I see. Are those samples? They might be. Let's find out. If anything, I think they look sort of like the crystal material. Let's see. I'm not seeing any here, so let's continue on to our taiga biome, which is more off in this direction. So right here should be our taiga biome, I believe. We also have one right near our base as well. That is another thing. So let's take a look, see if we find any samples. That's a sample right there. Do I need to unlock the Constellation Papers first before I can see these guys? I don't actually know. I might need to check that out first, because we are kind of ahead. Right here is a spot where it says acquire. No, actually, because we can't make Constellation Papers until we've acquired rock crystals. Okay, but it says right here, the samples will also indicate a vein of a rock crystal or beneath. Let's see. All right, so I found the biome. This is actually supposed to be a cold taiga, apparently, because right here is the rock crystal samples. And just so you know, you're going to want to have a little bit of inventory space, because as we collect rock crystals, let's just put it this way. Also, you want to definitely collect all of these. As we go to collect rock crystals, it's going to be very evident that you're going to need a lot of inventory space. Because, yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Also, like I said, collect the stardust, because this is really easy to get stardust, and later on, it's not going to be as simple. And stardust is definitely going to be useful. We're going to be using it like almost right away. So right here's our rock crystal ore, and as you can see, we got 2 from this one, and we're going to get 2, and it's just going to be different numbers, and they're not going to stack because they all have different values associated with them. So yeah, and there's going to be a lot of them here. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. Already, I'm completely cluttered. and have too much stuff in my inventory. Yeah, this is going to be fun. So I'm just making some paper, as we're going to need to get some constellations going. Yeah, right here, you see that we can't actually, even though I've completed these tasks, which I have completed them, they're not completed yet, and that's because we need to fill in the gaps. Right here, according to the Constellation Paper, to fill out the information in your Astral Sorcery journal, simply right-click while holding the Astral Sorcery journal to store your Constellation Papers to save them. I think I mentioned this before. In your Astral Sorcery tome, you can store your Constellation Papers in here and then access the information about them from within. And we're going to do that. But first, we need to make a Constellation Paper. And it's not too hard to make. As you can see, it's going to require some aquamarines, some gold ingots. Keep that in mind. And also, you're going to need some rock crystals, which we have plenty of. It's going to be very cheap. We have 500 PE. And normally you would find these in structures, but because there's not any structure spawning, well, we have to make them. And that's actually kind of nice. We don't have to rely on RNG. We can just make the ones we need and go from there. So here's my last parchment. I think we have just about everything we need. We are going to need to make 5 of them, because each time you get it, it will give you one of the 5 starting constellations. So we have 1, 2, this will be 3, that'll be 2, that'll be 3, 4, and then 5. That should be enough. I think we have all the items. And do we have enough stored in here? 3,000. We're going to need 5. That, yeah, we should have enough. It's going to be 2,500 PE that we're going to inevitably use. And then we just can recharge it. Which, I hate recharging it because you never know what's going to happen. Something crazy might happen for all I know. All right, let's head down here and let's get this set up. It's actually not too bad to do. Let's take a look. Am I missing everything? Okay, so I have everything but gold at the moment. But yeah, this is just going to be set up just like this. And yeah, we should have everything. The only thing I don't have is gold, and I have those all stored in blocks, so really just need to break the blocks down. So after all of this, we should be ready to go. Let's go ahead and shift right click on here. And we got to do this 5 times. But once we get our first one, man, that sound, I wonder what actually is being said there. There we go. Yeah, make sure we stop the fire. But this, once we get it, as you can see, we just unlocked a few things, and of course those 2 things did fill out. And we got Versio. So we have 5 more to do, so I gotta get that done. See you guys in a bit. And here we are with the last one. And like I said before, you can take your Astral Sorcery Tome and you can store them all inside just like this. And then we can access our constellations now and actually see what they all look like. I'm pretty sure we're still going to have to research the skies at night, and I believe I can do that even with shaders installed because of the way the Skyblock actually works, and because thankfully Hellfire PvP was conscious enough to know that people do like to use shaders, and made sure to make that a possibility. So I have myself a little bit of a platform, and we can go ahead and get started with Astral Sorcery here on our new island. And this right here, this luminous crafting table we made last episode is going to be where we do all this. And you can see this right here is our light level bar for where we're currently at. And honestly, we're situated not super high in the sky. As much as I would love to be high in the sky, I'm pretty sure we're not that high. Our main island's actually a lot higher. So our light level would be a bit higher if this was higher in the air. We might suspend it later on. Just not yet. For right now, we should be able to get our basic crafts out of the way. And that being said, we can go ahead and make this. We just need to make some rune marble and some chiseled marble, and I think I have everything else in my inventory ready to go. To make runed marble, let's go ahead and split this in half. We can make some runed just with a chisel. It's that simple. And then we also need some, was it chiseled marble? I think it was, right? Chiseled, yeah, just regular old chiseled marble. Bam. And with that, we should be able to actually just click the items in, just like this, which makes it a lot easier. And then hit it with the resonating wand, and you can see the light particles coming out. And this right here will spit out one of the items we need, which is the light well. I actually want 4 of these. Now, I wish I could make the cave illuminator. I wish I could make the illuminated lights yet, but we don't actually know what glowstone is yet. We're still not there. That's some magical power that we just haven't encountered yet. Now we can go ahead and make like a crystal sword and crystal tools, which is something that I recommend doing. And we'll probably get into, just not yet, because there's a lot of stuff that we have to kind of go over as far as mechanics go for that. But we can go and get light wells set up. Light wells are going to be very important. I can go ahead and just throw some aquamarine on here to get it started. But at night, you can see it's going to generate liquid starlight. And we're going to need buckets of liquid starlight later on. So, like I said, you're probably going to need a couple of these. I usually go with 4. I think 4 is a pretty good starting number, so long as you have enough rock crystals to do so. Looks like I'm going to have to go probably get some more rock crystals. We'll at least be able to get 3 in, though. So we're going to need a certain thing to make a Phosmic Resonator. And you may be wondering what a Phosmic Resonator actually is. The Phosmic Resonator is going to allow us to find concentrated like islands of starlight, and hopefully we can find the islands that have it. It might be kind of a, I don't know, a chance sort of game, as I don't know if you can specify where to put them. But this right here is what we're trying to make. So we need a bucket of liquid starlight, a little bit of marble, and an aquamarine, and we should be able to have this. So I just need to grab myself a bucket, which I have on me, and we have our stuff. I think we're ready to go. All we gotta do is make this thing. This is so nice when the sky turns and it gets so dark, and man, these shaders work so well, even with modded stuff. They look so good. It's like not overkill. Man, I don't know. Maybe this is what it's called when you get immersed. It's just what I feel right now. Anyways, let me grab some liquid starlight. I just want to show real quick that liquid starlight can do some very interesting things, like glow, for example, and give us night vision, which honestly, night vision looks really cool. Like I like the way the night vision actually looks. And as you can see, we can step in it. We can get ourselves some quick night vision. It lasts a little bit of time, not too long, and we're good, right? We get what was it, 15 seconds of night vision? Yeah, 15 seconds of night vision, and it's really nice. And I think we also get the glowing effect. No glowing. All right. Anyways, so what we need to do is we need to craft ourselves that Phosmic Resonator. Oh, am I missing gold? I totally forgot about. Oh, it's because. Wait, why did I need to make the bronze? I thought it required the bronze. Why? What? Wait, what required the bronze rod? Why did I think I needed that? That makes no sense. Right here. It says we can, because we can just craft it in our inventory. Oh. We can just craft it in a regular crafting table. What do we even need that for? Let's go back home and do that. Instead of crafting it the old-fashioned way, I've already made the items, so I might as well craft it in a regular crafting table. Meh, just like that. Look at that, Phosmic Resonator. Okay, so basically we're just gonna fly around with this thing because we're looking for like dense purpley fog clouds. I know that was really descriptive, but that's exactly what we're looking for, and we may or may not find it. It's not a have to. We don't have to have an area that is like that. It would just be really helpful in our early game. Now, there are ways of bringing in more starlight to your area. It's just going to be a little bit easier if we have a nice dense area, but that's a stretch. Like I said, it's very unlikely we're probably going to even find an island that utilizes this thing. But I did kind of want to show it off, just in case you guys do. Who knows? You might spawn in your actual base is perfect for Astral Sorcery, as it has a nice little thick cloud of purple fog on it. So just wanted to show it. I'm not always super lucky with this, but like I said, there's always other ways of expanding your liquid starlight. I just realized there I said expand your liquid starlight. I just meant starlight. I always flub. So for a lot of the stuff in Astral Sorcery, we're gonna need some glass panes, and let's just say they're very interesting to make. You get 2 panes per piece of glass, and you have to cast it into an actual casting table. Yeah, we're gonna be here for a little while. So at this point, with this stage we're at, we can easily upgrade our luminous crafting table to the next tier. Now, you don't need a platform upgrade yet, but we will do that once we have the upgraded table. So let's go ahead and craft it. I have all the stuff ready to go in here. We'll drop this in. We're gonna get a bunch more particles this time because we're doing like a major craft here. It's gonna pull in all the starlight, and we actually had enough. It's kind of surprising. I know that later on we're definitely gonna need to create some upgrades, and that's where the glass panes are definitely going to come in handy. We're also going to need some more marble, and I think me making a hammer over there with Tinker's Construct is going to help me with that. We just need to hollow out some new areas and gather a bit more marble, because I think to even make the next tier, it's about this size that I already have set forth. Actually, I think it's the size of this inner one. And it's actually not too difficult to set up, and we could probably get it set up today. The future ones, they're going to need a bit more marble, and we're just going to need more marble overall anyways. And just like that, we have an upgraded Starlight altar. This is a little bit larger. As you can see, this is going to be red because we do not have the platform built underneath it. So let's go ahead and get some of the few materials we're going to need, which is going to be all listed in our tome here. I think it's under attunement, I believe. Maybe it's actually under the other section. Yeah, it's definitely under the other section. This is the one that just unlocked. This right here, the exploration one. This should have the altar build that we need. Right here is how we need to set this up. It's not too bad. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 by 9. So yeah, it's a very familiar 9 by 9 to put this together. And I kind of think of these as like the Mickey Mouse ears on all 4 sides. And I can usually build this just straight from memory. So when building this, I do like to sort of show this part because this is kind of hidden and you have to kind of flip the image upside down. But this is a chiseled marble and it goes on the bottom. And then this is going to be 2 high pillars, just like this. And then on top of that is going to be another chiseled marble. And this right here is going to be our completed structure. Now on the outside, this right here is marble arches. And then we have the inside, all of this, and you don't need these corner blocks, but I went ahead and placed them anyways, just so, or actually left them anyways, so that way I can have my torches still there. Other than that, I think this is pretty much done. So we can place this down, and now it should not be red, it should be able to be crafted in, and you can still craft your standard crafts right here in the center. So as you can see, our next quest is probably going to be going to the Twilight Forest. However, I think I'm going to stop there for just a moment. And we're going to actually end up, I think, next episode working towards these other things because, as I've said before, all of this stuff does eventually come together. So it's best not to just go one direction or you'll get stuck and then realize, oh, I have to go back and do all of this stuff. So I definitely want to get this. This will, for one thing, get my information that I kind of want, like what biome I'm in. My this right here displays information about motion, but this one displays information about text or about your depth, all that stuff that I want. Also like getting a compass and things like that. These are all things that I want, and that's just going to require us to go to the Betweenlands, and I would rather go to the Betweenlands first. That way we can wait just a little bit on the Twilight Forest. I'm very familiar with the Twilight Forest, and I'm pretty sure in this version it's also still in a sky version, like a sky block. So we'll have to definitely use our Volarkite in order to get around it. But we have this, which means we can start working on some other stuff as well. Now that we have our Astral Sorcery altar, you see that our Starlight's not so hot. I know that the morning is disappearing, but we're also going to need some better upgrades, especially for our altar, to definitely increase that Starlight. And I think we're going to work on that next episode, and also go and test out what the Betweenlands has to offer. And I even see right here, it tells us that we're going to be finding these lanterns as well in the Twilight Forest, because I don't think we're going to encounter any ocean monuments that I know of. I mean, there might be ocean monuments, but I really doubt it. And then also getting some wool and getting into drawers, because drawers is in here and we've now unlocked it. So we now have a better place to sort of start storing some of our items as well. So as always, I want to give a huge shout out to the Patreon of the day, and that is going to Drew. Thank you so much, Drew, for being a boss. I really do appreciate it. Man, I can't say thank you enough. I mean, truly, I can't. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Of course, if you did, be sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also ring that beautiful notification bell. And give this video a huge thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And if you would, share it with your friends. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next episode. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.